again. I am back. This time it's going to be our Technique Wednesday, but we're having it on Friday because I had appointments on Wednesday and couldn't make a video. So, and yes, I have the same clothes on because I just made our Fun Fold Friday video. So, this is a Technique, and it's another fold card, and it kind of goes along with what we just did, our gatefold, but this one's called a triangle gatefold. So you can see that it opens like this, and it has a belly band. So the belly band goes over this to help keep it closed, and then it will have a little piece in the front, our focal point. So our belly band measures 10 by 1, 10 inches by 1 inch. This little piece on the front is 2.5 by 3 3/4. And then this big piece here, our base, is 11 by 5.5. And then we're going to score it at 3.5 and 7.5, so that it will fold over. And then you're also going to make a little score mark on the base here. And that score mark is 2 3/4. So I will show you how to do that. And if you want to have a white mat on the inside of yours, if you're using solid, or if you're using a darker cardstock or some DSP paper, designer series paper, and you want a white mat so you can write something, it's 3 7/8 by 5 1/4. Okay, so now I'm going to take you through this, and hopefully I don't have any errors this time. Okay, so here's the card I made, and then has this focal point here, and it has a little piece right here that says thanks for being you, and that's attached to our belly band, and then it opens up like this. And so this is what I was talking about. If you had some DSP and then you wanted to be able to stick a white piece in there so that you could write your sentiment on, that's what you would do. And so, or if you just opted not to do this and just put your white piece in there, then that would be great too. So, okay, I'm gonna stick this back over here. So for this piece, I'm changed my colors. I'm using some lavenders, and I have this, I think is really pretty lavender here. And that one is 11 by 5.5, and then we scored it at 3.5 and 7.5. Okay, so I'm going to turn you this way again so that you can see what we're doing. And I think that's going to work fine. And then I'm using black for my belly band. That was a 10-inch piece by 1. And then I'm using some black for the inside, and that one was let me see what this one was, because I don't think I wrote that one down, and it's about 3 7/8 by 5 1/4. And then this DSP is 1/4 inch smaller. And this is the one that I used. I just like that color. And that will go on the inside here. And then we have our smaller pieces here, which the smaller one was, let me get it was 2.5 by 3 3/4. Okay, and then I just layered. So this would be 1/4 inch smaller, and this one would be even 1/4 inch even smaller. and it's going to go like that. And actually, it's going to go like that. And then I cut out this little lavender piece that will put thanks or something on the front of that. And then, like I said, if you want to put a piece in here, you could do that. And of course, this one's going to have to be cut off about right here. So if we decide to go ahead and do that, then we'll cut that off. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is we've scored these. I've already pre-scored them, and they were, remember, 3.5 by 7.5. So I got a score mark here and a score mark here. And then I had to take and draw a little tick mark, and you can see that little tick mark right here, right up here. And that was at 2 3/4. So all I did was take my ruler and come up 2 3/4 from the edge, 2 3/4, and then just draw my tick mark, because what we're going to do then is we're going to cut from here to here. So I'm going to do that right now, and I did it on both ends. Okay, made that little tick mark. I made one over here also. So now I'm going to get my paper trimmer out, and we're going to lay this on here, putting the edge of our score line right here and the edge of this tick mark in the cutting groove. So I'm going to do that right now. And then I'm going to take my blade, I'm going to move it up a little bit so I don't tear my paper to pieces. And I just cut off a triangle. And then I need to do it down here at this end. So I'm going to put the tick mark up there, and my edge of where the score mark is, make sure that that is in there. Make sure everything's lined up. Put my blade about in the center and cut that off. And that's going to make my first one that's going to fold over the triangle. Then we're going to do it on this end. So I'm going to put my, again, where the edge of my score mark is, and then where that little tick mark, pencil mark is. Making sure that they're even. Put my blade up there, go down, go up. Okay, and one more. We're going to take and put this in where the score is and where my tick mark is, right there, and the score is right about there. Okay, put that in there, and so now we've got, this is what we'll have. It'll look like this. I'll turn it this way, that way you can really see it together. Okay, so we're going to move this cutting thing and get all my little pieces out of here. Now we're going to fold these on the score line, and then take our bone folder and put that down. And we're going to take this one and fold it over and put it down. I'm kind of just smoothing out where I cut so that it doesn't have a lip on it. Okay, so we have this. And opens up. And so on the inside, what we want to do is we want to take our black, and I'm just going to hold this up here to make sure it's going to fit inside those score marks, and it looks like it's going to work great. I'm going to take my DSP, and on the other side is this. Well, this was an old Stampin' Up! Designer Series paper, and it's a double-sided paper. Okay, so now I'm going to put some glue on here, And then we'll glue this down. And make sure we have a border all the way around. Take this one and smooth that all down. Then we'll take this, put some glue on the back of here. Okay, there we go. And then just fit this in between the score lines, making sure that we can lift this up and making sure it's even, and then we'll put that down. So you see what I did. That's how you can always tell if you're inside. You can put them up a little bit before you smush it all down. And so there's that. I think that this color is cool. I love them. Okay. So then the next thing we want to do is we're going to take our belly band. And let me see what I did on my belly band. I think I just wrapped it around it. So we're going to just take it, and this time we're going to lay it on the front. And then I'm going to fold this in. And I'm going to fold this one in, but not too tight because I want to be able to get it on and off. So if it's too tight, it won't go as smoothly. Now I'm going to put some glue right to about here. You can see where I'm putting this glue. Right here. And so I'm going to lay that down, lay that over it, making sure it's all even, and then press that down. And there we go. Yep, that's going to come off. But I'm going to take it off of here because I see some glue seeping, and I want to wipe that glue off, because I don't want it to get on the card. Okay, so there was a little bit of glue on that seam inside there, and I took that off. Okay, now let's just stick that back on there. Now we know it fits, and it will go on and off just the way I want it to. Okay, and then we're going to take this part and put it together. So we got our black piece, then we've got this lavender piece. I'm going to put glue on the back of that. And I just thought that was a cool technique, making a gatefold, a triangle gatefold. Okay, now we're going to put that like that. I'm going to take this. I just love this paper. That's the back side of it. I just love this paper. Stampin' Up! Does have some of the best papers. I mean, there are other companies out there like Graphic 45. They've got awesome paper. Stamperia has awesome paper. But so does Stampin' Up! So I'm glad I got them when I did. Anyway, this was just one of the ones that I thought was just beautiful. Okay, and then let's see if I have a stamp here. Oh, goody, I do. Okay, so I'm going to take my little block here, and I've got a stamp here. Whoops, that one didn't want to stay there, did it? And I've got a stamp that says "To You," and I think I'm going to use it because it's really little. And it'll fit right on here. And I think we'll just go ahead and use black. And we'll just ink that up with some tuxedo black. And then we'll stamp "To You." I got it kind of crooked, so I'm going to flip it over. Okay, here we go again. Oh, man. Oh. There's always got to be one mistake. I don't know why that's happening to me lately. Too many things on my brain, I guess. Let's see if we can get this. How did I do that? It was kind of up. So I need to get it kind of down like that. There, much better, much better. And then I'm going to go ahead and just put some glue, make sure I put it on the wrong side. And we're going to just stick it right here to you. Okay. There we have it. Alrighty, now what we need to do, I want to take this off because I don't want to accidentally get glue on my card, but I want this on here. And so what I'm going to do, so I'm going to use a scratch of some of this and make sure I might stick a couple of those in there because I don't want to get glue on the other side of this. And I'm going to put some glue just about, leaving about an inch on each side, I think. And I'm going to put some glue right here. And you can see where I'm putting it and where I'm not putting it. And then I'm going to lay this down, trying to get it right in the middle and trying to get it straight. I think that's pretty straight. And then I'll smush it down. And then if any glue comes out, it should come on these. And it doesn't look like I see any. So there's our belly band with our design. And so that is what they call a focal point. Here's our card. So we got our belly band that will go on here. Let's just go ahead and put it on here so we can see. So there's our card. Isn't that beautiful? I love it. And like I said, you could take and put a little piece of white in there to put your sentiment on, and then it would look like something like that. This would be cut off though at this end. So, but it's pretty just like that. So there we go. There's another one for you. Okay, I do hope you give it a try. I mean, that really wasn't too complicated or too hard, and it turned out gorgeous. And so anyways, of course you can add rhinestones to it, you can add glitter to it, you know, whatever you want to do to dress it up. Thank you for joining me again, and I hope you have a wonderful day. We're getting lots of rain here today in Oklahoma, so fall is here. It's a lot chillier, and anyways, I hope you all have a wonderful day, and thank you. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd sure love to have you be a subscriber and hit the notification bell, and then it will let you know when I'm making a video. And like I said, I'll be gone for a couple of weeks because of surgery. So then I'll get back to doing this again, and because I don't think I have any more things coming up. So anyways, thank you so much, and until next time, happy creating. Bye-bye.